Hey everybody, Advanced Knife Bro here. I've done like 10 takes on this because I'm not a tabletop review style guy. I always leave out some crucial information that I think everybody should know, and then I have to re-record, and then about halfway through a video I forgot if I said what I wanted to say in this video or I said in a prior video. Production for the channel knife, which is called the Stump Lifter, is kind of winding down. I'd like to think of it a little more as merch because I don't plan on ever becoming a knife designer or releasing a lot of designs. Right now there's only plans to do a limited run quantity of the Stump Lifter. Now the Stump Lifter started out as a whaler, kind of a whale elephant toenail pattern with a single back spring, and it has kind of evolved into something a little more along the size of a Swiss Army knife. Seen here. The original Stump Lifter prototype, this has been in production for, pre-production and production for about 2.5 years. Actual production, only a few months. It ramped up this year when I finally got all the design. I held the prototypes in my hand and gave a few notes. The final notes were, I designed the knife like this, opened, to be held, and the stump faces that way. Now, most traditional knife guys like the shield to be facing, kind of that way. So what we did was to make some people happy that may not have bought the knife. So we moved the stump this way to where it's facing that way. I did not move it up there because I wanted it symmetrical. The original design we had, we kind of rounded that off to be a little more friendly to holding it, and I don't consider this a hard use knife. I consider this like your package opening, you do stuff around town, people that aren't heavy knife users. But yeah, it's based upon a whaler pattern, and it has now been slimmed down to something about beer and sausage tool size, but a bit thicker. We're looking at probably, if you're familiar with the Trapper, this is the GEC 73. I gotta open it up to make sure, otherwise I'm gonna get hammered in the comments. 73, I'm right. I don't carry that one that much. I guess I'm not a Trapper knife style guy. I like to have a few more tools on a multi-pronged instrument, cutting instrument in my pocket, like old Camp Kings. So this is gonna be about that size, about Camp King, about beer and sausage tool size. It's gonna be a little fancier, obviously, but the original design was carbon steel blade and pin design. Then I was like, oh, how about aluminum? We'll make it lightweight. How about single spring? And none of those ideas. When you work with an OEM, and trying to find the OEM, especially trying to find one in the US, was really hard. We tried that for quite some time. Most US people don't have production capacity to OEM for somebody. If they are, they're going to be pretty expensive, and you need large quantities, and this is not a large quantity knife. I don't know how popular the stuff I make is, so having to temper expectations. I'm not becoming a knife brand. I'm not becoming a channel that shills my own stuff all the time. This was basically originally envisioned as a piece of merch. Blade HQ had approached me about making something that, was maybe a special edition knife, something that was already existing, and I tried that. That was the first route, and the company I tried that with said no. And anyway, so we tried US production for quite some time, and then I was like, well, QSP, I know QSP OEMs for people. I've seen them do it. I was thinking Civivi or We or a few of those others that produce pretty good stuff. I feel like Riot was a little too on the high end side for what I wanted, because I wanted them to be affordable. Anyway, so we got this, and QSP worked with me. They were like, I can do this, I can do that. We can't do this, we can't do that. And this is kind of where we are right now. And I really love it. Okay, we got 154 cm blade and cap lifter. Cap lifter works very well. It's got a little flathead there on it. Integral bolster liner shield on this side, and then just integral bolster liners on that side. We got smooth bone, we got green, we got micarta, and we got yellow. These are the original production prototypes. This is the second production prototype. My final note on this was make this have more of a bite right here. So they cut a blade blank and made this to my spec. You know, I got to do all this stuff remotely. I'm sending people videos and drawings and annoying them with all my questions. And final production, it should be here by sometime in December. I was hoping Christmas time for In Your Hands, but Christmas is going to be here real quick. I don't have any reason to believe that these aren't going to be done by December, but I'm going to do a regular video when I get the final production. They're going to send me some production samples to kind of get going with. But we got flush in all three positions on both the, you know, the blade and the lifter. You are going to pick up wear on this thing. You're supposed to use your knives. People that put their knives in safes are not using them as a tool. I use my expensive knives too. I don't buy things to resell them or make money. Part of a tool is picking up the character as you use it, and these are tools, so I feel like something that sits in a drawer is not the intended purpose of it. Again, price point, not Rayot OEM. We were going with some little bit cheaper stainless steel and 154 cm materials to keep the cost as low as it can be for some low production run new design. So we're gonna see where that ends up. Final price has not been decided on. Final release date has not been decided upon, but hopefully I'll get the final production thing and I'll do a little bit better of a video, higher production quality. If you're looking for size comparisons, Beerlo, a little less thick than the Beerlo from Collector's Knives. That's a pretty good one there. Look at that ram's horn, it's so good. A little bit thinner in your standard Swiss Army knife. Sorry, a little thicker. About 4.5 ounces. I think it was a 2 1/4 inch cutting edge. And I'm a little scatterbrained unless I have something written down in front of me. I don't remember, which is why, you know, I write my videos. I make less mistakes. This is an old K-bar electrician's knife. You're looking at about a similar, actually thinner, it's a little bit thinner than the K-bar electrician's knife. And, you know, Camp King, about as thick as the Camp King. Beer and sausage tool. You know, everybody does the brown micarta, and I did not want to do the brown micarta. I wanted to do a blue micarta or bone. Bone, every knife is going to be slightly different because of the character of natural bone and how it holds the, you know, the dyeing process. The dyeing process. Sounds like some out of a Bela Lugosi movie. The dyeing process. It's not a good Bela Lugosi accent. But yeah, you know, your beer and sausage tool is really inspired by, you know, a multi-tool in your pocket with your greasy little comb, your greasy little, you know. This has a pretty crisp back spring and a pretty crisp puller. And anyway, it's your little drinking buddy. You know, when you don't have any drinking buddies, this is your drinking buddy right here. Cap lifter works pretty well. Hopefully you've seen that on a few of the reels over on Instagram. Don't know if this video is going to Instagram or YouTube or both, but we'll see. Really like it. I really hope you like it too. I hope these do well, and maybe we'll do different fun colors if these do well enough. It's Blade HQ only, so you can't get it anywhere else. And you know, I've had a pretty good working relationship with Blade HQ over the years. I work with quite a few people, and Blade HQ is, you know, pretty nice, pretty good to me. Bought stuff from them over the years, so it was an easy decision there. Anyway, hope you like it. Thanks for watching. If this goes on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. Say hi to the patrons. Hopefully you see this soon. Bye-bye.